Hey, yo, what up? It's Travis Scott. This is my XXL cover shoot. Birds in the Trap. Dude, I'm excited. Is it still going? Cool. Let's keep rolling. Yes. Don't cut me off. This is XXL. Bing. When I was coming up in Houston, you know, we used to just see those covers and like all the ill people that covered and just like the iconic poses. So, you know, just to be a part of that was just like dope. And then I was just feeling like, man, at this shoot it was kind of reaching like a new level of like photography, which is very like amazing. So, you know, I was just pleased. It was like an amusement park. To be on that side of the younger generation, I feel like it shouldn't even be like a beef or like a core like misunderstanding between those two, because I feel like at one point when the older generation was young, they felt the same way about it. They wanted to pioneer a new sound of music, so nobody could tell them about their hip hop. I feel like it's just the lack of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And to me, that's okay, because sometimes that's what clears one's mind to be focused, to pioneer something new for when, you know, the older generation is just quit, you know? That's why they have this thing called an opinion, which is like leaves everyone the opportunity to like either want to know or not to know. Well, I'm just inspired by like movies, and I'm inspired by other concerts, or like imagination, main key. Once I got the first taste of like performing, seeing mad kids wilding, man, that shit right there was just like everything for me. That just fed my whole performance ego. I remember going to concerts and being so underwhelmed at mad concerts. I had the pleasure of not seeing Kanye until I known him perform. And I've heard like Glow in the Dark was like one of the best shows ever, but I never went to that show. My first show I think ever seen him live was his Yeezus tour. Seeing that was like, whoa, this shit is like Disney World. When that, you know, nomination list came out, it just kind of was like, man, we not on here nowhere to be found. Like it was like, is my album non-existent? You know, the Grammys, it was like, man, I just like endured my focus. Like, I was on Justin Bieber album, it's like nominated for Album of the Year. You know, I worked on Rihanna album, it's like nominated for that. I'm on the Khaled album, you know, it's a rap album. So that just like is the feeling. I was just like, but you know, for your own music, you kind of wanted it to be like, you know, your own vibe. You know, I don't look at like one or the other rapper like a bigger celebrity. I base everything really just on music and just like your legacy and like what you've done. When I first signed my deal, like I ain't know I was gonna fucking even make it to a first album. You know, I feel like my whole career and shit, people just been so like just slept on me so long. You know, it was kind of like always a show and tell type thing. I feel like I could have done more TV show performances and award show performances. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I want to showcase what I have in my brain. Like I'm gonna do it on tour, which is something I'm accomplishing this year. So it's kind of like just being like, oh man, this dude's dope. Just kind of put him in front of like millions of people who can't come to the show. This new album, that's what I wanted. I kind of want people to understand like, yo, I'm not this like dysfunctional fucking crazy. I'm very hands-on with like beats. I'm very hands-on with engineering. And I'm very hands-on with like videos and shit. I don't think people know that really. They kind of think I'm just like, oh. My mom and dad, they're always shocked every time something new happens. Like they didn't even know I was about to drop the next new album. So when they see me go up, they was like, whoa, new album, like ah. It was like, well, it was crazy. And then it was like, oh, it's so good. Like, wow, like my mom would just be like, man, I didn't know you was gonna actually ever get good at this. Like this is crazy. My dad's like, man, you know, it's in your blood, like, you know, it's just super dope. And then I have a twin brother and sister. So it's just, man, the only thing I miss is just watching them grow up. Like I miss most of their teens. You always gotta relate to like someone that's coming up, someone's young, someone that's mind's lost. So your job is to like create what, you know, the right path for them to like follow. Give them an ill vision. Because sometimes people can't understand all the newspaper, all the black and white, all the da-da-da. Sometimes it's easy for them to watch it like visually. And just giving it to them in a good taste, straight to the point, it's just like, you know, that's my whole idea.